Welcome to Win, Learn or Draw, a West Tigers podcast, because we never lose. We either win or we learn. Or yes, and occasionally, as Elliot very poignantly points out, sometimes we draw as well. But yesterday, we taught 28 points to 14 at the 10th wonder of the world, aka Campbelltown College. A proud, historic win. One that I'll remember for a very, very long time. Mort, not with me today, testing the squad depth here at Win, Learn or Draw. Welcome to the show. For the first time in the chair, we've had him a few times on Raw Emotion, which is obviously spelled R-O-A-R because it's the noise a tiger makes. But welcome to the show, Lachie Pringle.
Hammy, thank you so much for having me. This is a bucket list moment for me.
Yep.
I was about to say long time listener, first time caller, but I've dialed in on Raw Emotion before. I've gotten on there.
Yes.
But first time in the studio here. Love what you've done with the place. Lots of lovely.
Not bad, eh?
Lovely Tigers gear all around.
Yep. Thanks for bringing some as well.
There you go. Got a hat here.
Yep.
Plugging my podcast as well.
Please do.
Plain and simple.
Yep.
Go check it out.
A great show. You had me on earlier in the year.
That's exactly right. Go listen to Hammy's episode for an entryway in.
That's right. Fantastic episode. They're all good though. You got Clicks Chamis on the show this week.
Clicks Chamis. Yep. Yeah. So that episode dropped on Monday, so it's fresh, it's out. Go check it out. Interesting to hear behind the scenes of the world of rugby league journos.
Yeah, did you sort of push him to write something positive about the Tigers, or listen to the episode to find out, I guess?
I didn't want to pull a Chamis on Gus Gould situation and push him too hard, so we played friends. It was good.
I like it. No, it'll be a great episode. I'm looking forward to hearing. Also, friend of the show, the Eagle. You had her on there a couple of weeks ago as well.
Ella Kazmar.
Yep.
Rock the Kazmar.
That's right.
Had her on.
Yeah.
Another great episode.
Yeah, they're all good, mate. Go and check it out. And you're kicking goals as well. Obviously, you're the king of Triple M. What shows are you not on Triple M? That might be an easy way to narrow it down.
I'm not on Bocat and Woodsy for Brekkie.
Yep.
Although I have made appearances.
Yes.
I'm not on Dead Set Legends, although I have made an appearance.
Yes.
So, yeah, most shows. Lou and Jarch is my main sort of gig, and then I also press buttons for the Rush Hour with Hindy.
Yes.
Our mutual friend Hindy.
Of course.
And Anthony Maroon, the legend, and Millie Elliott. So it's a great crew over there.
Yep.
Love everything.
Yeah, you're killing the afternoons over there. It's been good to just whack it on and hear the dulcet tones. So thank you for joining us today. Very excited about that. And you've chosen a good episode because obviously an amazing performance.
Haven't I what?
Yeah.
Haven't I what?
Yeah. We're going to get to your 30-second summary of the game in just a moment. But before we do, we actually gave away some tickets on the show last week. If people used the code word Voldemort last week and texted that into us, into the DMs, they got a double pass. So I think we gave away 64 tickets. So thank you to Langy.
Wow.
The West Tigers.
Great work, Langy. Langy's doing great work over there. He's gotten me into do some ground announcing a few times and MC a few events. So he's killing it. I think he's got the Tigers moving in the right direction.
He does.
Love everything he's doing.
Yeah, couldn't echo those thoughts anymore. But if you were there yesterday, and there's quite a few people there, great to see a couple of Win, Learn or Draw hats getting around as well. But if you were there yesterday, especially if you got one of those free tickets and you're not a member yet, that's what it should feel like. You were surrounded by Tigers fans who are loving it. The club's heading in the right direction. So if you're not a member yet, make sure you get involved.
Yeah.
You can still get a smaller membership for the end of the season. We've got a game at Leichhardt that'll help get you in there as well. Want to tick through 11,000 this season. We'd love to tick that off and then onward and upward in the years to come. But if you haven't done it yet, please get involved. That is the best way to support the club.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And as Richo said as well, if you want to take him to task on stuff, Lachie, you need to be able to quote your membership number. So if you do that and you got an issue, that list of issues is shrinking. I've got to say though, week on week, isn't it? The club's going so well at the moment. But
that's exactly right.
If you want to talk to him, you got to be a member. So it's pretty simple. On that note, let's get to a 30-second summary.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the new ball here, Lachie. Let me get my timer out. But I'd love to get your thoughts on what was a historic win yesterday, the first of many Galvin bowls or Aaron Woods bowls. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Starts now.
On Sunday, August 3, 2025, a day that shall go down in black, white and orange history, the very well-educated Tigers fans and the not-so-studious Bulldogs fans descended upon the 10th wonder, a.k.a. Parramatta Polytechnic. I don't know if you guys have got a name for that yet, but that's what I've gone with there.
Yep,
for the much-anticipated Lachlan Galvin Cup. The atmosphere was electric, both figuratively and literally, and the field was wet like our appetites for Sunday 2 p.m. footy.
Yes.
Hashtag our slot. Terrell May came up with an uncharacteristic error off the kickoff, which would usually spell the beginning of a long afternoon for us, but today was different. We wanted this game so bad. Fueled by desire and pure Galvin hatred, we scored first points after some phenomenal goal line defence. Skelton, the try scorer, then Buller, then Skelton again, before the man that had a hand in them all, Adam Joey 05 Dewey, ran 100 metres to bag one himself. 20-0 up, and we didn't know what to do with ourselves. As is tradition, we let the Dogs have a 4-pointer before the break, and suddenly they were well and truly back in it. The rugby league guru himself would have been licking his lips because the upcoming second half had a lot of could be anything about it. The boys ran back out and we watched on in fear, knowing what the Dogs and the Tigers are capable of. At 20-8, it was scary, but then it was 20-8 and we were down a Say-Barge. Now it was terrifying. We didn't do a lot of learning this match, but one key lesson we did receive was that high tackles are both a sin bin and not a sin bin. We also learnt or relearnt that we really wanted to win this game of footy. Errors galore, but defence held strong. Fear slowly subsided and pride quickly grew. Suddenly, Say-Barge was back on and we hadn't conceded a point. Then, bang! Samuel Afinu, the brother that we have missed so dearly, slides over to seal it. We concede a try right before full time, as is tradition, but it takes nothing away from one of the greatest lessons we have delivered in the last 05 years at least. Tigers win 28-14 and take the Lachlan Galvin Cup, the Josh Reynolds Cup, the Braithen Astor Cup, the Aaron Woods Cup, and the Matt Utai Cup. And since I'm definitely over 30 seconds already, I'll give a couple of honourable mentions to moments that made me smile uncontrollably. Jerome Luai fending Galvin in the face, and Crichton's attempted line break pass to Lachie Galvin that hit the grass and rolled over the sideline.
Highlight.
How'd I go?
2 minutes and 19 seconds.
But there wasn't a single thing that I could have left out there.
No, that's right. And it didn't feel like it dragged at all. I was engaged the whole time. There was a lot of good IQ in there, a lot of good, moments from the show, a few 05 nods at the hat as well. So, mate, I loved it. Very comprehensive. I think you hit the nail on the head. That's a very strong debut, if not a little bit long as per the letter of the law. But, mate, I'm going to allow that. I thought it was fantastic.
I've only got, it's just my one chance. I may not get another shot, coming off the bench for the win, learn or draw pod, so I had to make it count.
Yeah, the Tristan Hope of the win, learn or draw season.
Bit of Charlie Murray about me.
That's right. No, man, I thought it was fantastic. Some points there and some moments in that game that I really enjoyed. I think I turned to Matty, and I couldn't have been happier with the when Crichton offloaded to Galvin. And
wasn't that just the peach? Like, Crichton was Bulldogs' best. I thought he was just trying. He was going to be the guy to get them the win. And after he avoided a sin bin to then make that break, look for all money that he could just get a quick, easy offload to Galvin to score. Get him back in it. To see it just hit the floor, roll over the sideline. It was just beautiful. I almost cried. No,
it was good stuff. It was really good stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. We are going to talk about that sin bin, not sin bin, in the set of six a little bit later, because it certainly pissed me off at the time. Thank God. In years gone by, that probably would have cost us the game. Thankfully, not the case yesterday. We've learned, we've applied some learnings, and we're getting better, which is good to see. Honourable mention as well to the Corey Thompson Cup as well, which I think you might have left out.
I might have left that one out.
Yeah, but you can't fit them all in.
It was the Jarrell Skelton Cup, the Brent Naden Cup.
Yeah, there's so many.
The Jamal Idris Cup.
The Jamal Idris Cup as well.
That's the main one for me.
Yeah, yes. I'm trying to think, who was the guy who was, he went on to become on the board or something at Penrith? Corey Payne?
Corey Payne,
the Corey Payne Cup.
The Corey Payne Cup.
Yep. Yeah. So let us know in the comments. Yeah. Are there any cups that we've missed out on? I know it's a great rivalry, and a lot of players have played for both sides.
The Moses Mbai Cup.
The Matt Utai Cup.
Wow, we could. I said the Matt Utai Cup in my summary.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, but the Moses Mbai, and pertinent because we have got the Moses Mbai this weekend. Mate, I thought it was a great knock. Keen to get your thoughts on where you'd kind of sit that one in terms of a Tigers win in the last couple of seasons. Both in terms of how unexpected it was and how much ticker it also showed. We were discussing it in the Orange Room as well. You said you didn't know where it came from, but then you went, I kind of know where it came from. Do you want to elaborate on that point as well?
Well, and the players after the game were sort of like, oh no, we didn't really talk about Galvin at all during the week. We just wanted to prove ourselves. Yeah. Like, if that wasn't a performance fueled by the walking out of the mid-season walk out of the club of a future prospect, I don't know what was. Yeah. Like, we were just so locked in for that game, and it can't have been anything but that. There have been games that we've needed to prove ourselves this year. There's been other. I hope that the players are right, and we can continue for the rest of this season with 80-minute performances like that.
Yep.
But on your point about the last few years, the last 5 years at least, as I mentioned.
I like that in the review. That was good.
Not having like an 80-minute performance against a team that has been so good defensively.
Yep.
And like in the wet, attack stifled. Yes, we made a lot of errors as well, but that's almost even more credit to our defense. Like we gave them a lot of chances,
100%,
but we held so firm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like I feel like one of the better wins I remember from last year was that one at Manly at Leichhardt.
Yeah, that was good.
We came back to win that.
Yep. Luke Brooks' revenge game. Another revenge game.
We love a revenge.
We touched on it last week, and you touched on it as well through the week.
I mentioned it on the rush hour because Hindy and Millie and Maroon, they were laughing at my tip of the Tigers.
Who's
and I
laughing
said,
now?
All just based on you guys on the pod last week. Tigers are great at revenge games.
Yeah.
And they proved it again.
Who wants to leave next? Your funeral. Let's go.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere, Dewey, please.
Yeah, please God. We should discuss that in the set of six as well. That's a little bit concerning, but
we're not. Hey, concern is nothing that we're not used to.
No, that's right, mate. I thought it was very gritty, a great performance. A couple of years ago, a big highlight for me would be the game at Leichhardt against the Cowboys, where we did a number on them, put 60 points on the board.
Yes, that was good.
Wasn't so good a couple of weeks after when we played them the other way, but
that's right.
This is about up there on the podium for me. Top 3 or 4.
It's got to be
definitely in my top 05 wins of the last 05 seasons for sure.
That's not a bad top 05.
You should leave that with me. Actually, I might do that next week.
Don't tell Mort.
I thought it was a fantastic win, very gritty win. Very proud of him. We'll get to a little bit more and some specific moments in the set of six coming up in just a moment. Whackanoodle's spicy player of the week, though.
Ooh.
And I had to, and this is before all the stuff came out today about what's happened since. But I thought the Samuela Fainu claws out try celebration to seal the match. Initially, I thought that's all it was. I like that. I like the kind of getting the claw out, which has been so good. Such a nice little moment this year that the players have brought to the fore. But obviously, there's been a little bit of reporting that potentially there was something else behind it. Is it a could or
something like that?
Something like that. The hand gesture that they potentially a offensive hand gesture, and there's been some complaints made. But
when I watching it live, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just our classic claws out celebration. Yep. It's a tough one to comment on. I never want to get offended on behalf of people.
Yeah.
But just from the outside looking in, I would just urge Bulldogs fans in general to just be able to take what they can dish out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it is a very offensive thing.
Yeah.
But it just felt like a bit of outcry from Dogs fans who were upset that they'd lost to the Tigers.
Yes, I'm with you, because I'm not, it's the first I've kind of heard of it or seen this kind of hand gesture, but there's been a lot of photos today of Doggies fans kind of doing it in a fun way,
that's what I've
grounds
seen.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And Hectic Fred, the voice of reason, I've seen him take to social media today and go, listen, let the boys play, nothing to it. It's one of those things and there's a caller on SEN on Joel and Fletcher this afternoon. He said it's kind of like the context matters. If you're mucking, you're playing with your mates and your mate loses and you do it to him, that's kind of fine. If you're out in traffic and someone cuts you off and you do it in that situation, that's where it's maybe a little bit more aggressive or whatever. But look, I think in that moment, was it the most classy thing? If that's what they were intending to do, probably not. But is it the end of the world? Also, probably not. I'd say. So maybe they can have a bit of a. I'm sure Benji'd have a chat to him. In around Concord during the week, but I don't think it needs to go any further than that.
I am 100% with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. When I thought it was just a clause out, I was like, great moment though, getting stuck into them, because it actually felt like a Dogs home game yesterday. Our producer today, Darren Lockyer, will concur with me, I'm sure. Out there at the game yesterday, went pre-game, the Doggies chants and all that sort of stuff. It just felt like, we were in their backyard yesterday.
Yeah, they were loud, the Doggies fans. They were loud for about, apologies for my voice, I was cheering the Tigers on pretty hard yesterday. But
a bit of influenza, I got it too.
Yeah, no, it's no good. But before the game, probably the Tigers literally shut the Bulldogs fans up, because before the game they were much louder than Tigers fans.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No. Well, they were. And it felt like when we started off the game as well, I was like, the start wasn't the best. Terrell May dropped the essentially the first hit up. They spun it wide. They went over. We held them up. Thankfully, it went up as a no try. If it went up as a try, we could have been in a spot of bother. But initially it felt like we were in for a long day. The
Right.
crowd, the early
Yeah.
era. So credit to the boys for just rallying, putting that behind. And credit to the Tigers fans as well. We'll get to them in the set of 6, but their persistence through the day to just continually get involved when it mattered.
I would have loved to be there. I can't comment on having been there. I was up in Newcastle.
Yes.
With Harvey, my co-host from Playing in Simple. We were up there for NRLW Magic Round. Booked the tickets back in March before we knew that there was going to be a Lachlan Galvin Cup.
Yes.
This weekend just gone.
You should have known.
Should have known. I thought if anywhere he'd be going to the Eels back then. I didn't think
true.
Dogs were even a player back in
yeah.
March, if that was going to even happen.
Yeah. Well, Gus still hasn't met him now. So
Yeah. So I was watching on my phone, but maybe that was a good thing. I didn't have to hear the loud Dogs crowd at the start of the game. I had the roar of Knights Raiders in the NRLW in the background as I was watching on my phone.
Yeah.
Trying to stay dry.
Yeah. Have you dried out since? It looks like
I'm getting there.
apocalyptic weather up there.
And I underpacked. I didn't bring enough. I brought like one pair of pants. They were soaked after day one.
Yep.
I had 2 pairs of socks. It was just, I had to change. It was not a great... Yeah, I just didn't. I knew it was going to be really rainy as well. I just didn't know. I was just an idiot, basically.
Yeah, they've got to give Newcastle another crack at NRLW.
I agree.
Next year, haven't they? Because that doesn't count.
And it's such a good stadium. It's
Yes.
actually the perfect stadium for a Magic Round.
Yeah.
Like in the NRLW, there's on either end, you got the hill and the kids. There's a great view of the field, but there's still lots of room to run around with your footies. And
Yeah.
Newcastle love their rugby league. It was
Yeah.
such a shame for the NRLW's first one.
Yep.
To have the rain, and we dare say if it's not raining, maybe the Tigers beat the Roosters, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the wet weather that caused.
The great equaliser. That's why we got rolled.
Gave the Roosters a chance.
That's right. Well, I'm glad that you're back and you're drying out now, mate. It's good to have you back. I was a bit worried there yesterday, whether you get back or not. Let's get into the set of 6.
Let's do it.
The tackle one, I'm going to start with it now. I touched on it a minute ago, but the persistence of the crowd. Yes, there was some booing of Lachie Galvin yesterday. Yes, I was involved. I think in fact, just about all Tigers fans there were involved with it, but they were still going in the 80th minute of the game yesterday. I don't know if you heard that one through the...
I didn't hear any. Yeah, didn't hear any of the boos, but
Yep.
I would have loved to.
Yeah,
that's the end one I would love to hear.
Yeah, and some people go, he's only a young fella, or whatever. But we've heard for so long the Tigers, and it's actually a compliment to him because he's such a good player. We were sad to see him go. I think it did get to him a bit yesterday. He had probably a bit of a quiet game for his liking. But shout out to the Tigers crowd because yes, there was less of us than Dogs fans there yesterday, I think. But by the end of the game, it definitely felt like we were all over them crowd wise, which was nice.
That is very nice.
Yeah, so that's tackle one. Just credit to you, Tigers
Great work.
fans.
Great
Good
work,
hustle.
Tigers fans that were out there.
Getting stuck in on the hill and all that sort of thing as well, which was great to see. Tackle 2. You actually found this one.
Well, just scrolling, found the NRL Roasty. He reshared a stat that Tiger cast on Twitter, or cast Tiger, one of those, search for that on Twitter.
Yep.
Reshared, which is quite an incredible stat. The West Tigers have now won more games against top 8 sides in 2025 than the Bulldogs. So are we giant killers? Yes.
Yeah.
And are the Bulldogs pretenders? Yes.
Yep.
That's my key takeaway from that. So when you look back at it yesterday, really was a no-brainer. We were always going to win that one.
It's a good point. Great takeaways. That's pretty much exactly what I took away from the post as well. Concerning if you're a Dogs fan, I got to say, because they're second or third favourite to win the comp. I think third favourite to win the comp, but you got to beat top 8 teams to win the comp. So that is a little bit of a concern for them. Not a great record in wet weather as well. We had a couple of Dogs fans say to us at half time yesterday, when I was still a little bit concerned that we hadn't sewn it up because, as we were saying in the orange room, we've seen us blow leads like that many times before. But yeah, against in games where it's been wet weather, they lost to the Dolphins. They got absolutely smashed. I think the Broncos did a number on them as well. They nearly lost to the Rabbitohs, who are running last at the moment and have so many injuries. And then obviously we did the business over them yesterday. So they better hope it's good weather in September. Otherwise, the data that we've seen so far, it's not pretty reading for Dogs fans.
No, we need to start some rain dances. Well, I'm not sure if we'll be in that top 8. Hey, mathematically, we still can be.
Yes.
So when we take on Dogs in week 2 of the finals, we can do some rain
or
dances.
week 4 of the finals. Hopefully it pisses down on grand final day.
Well, they won't be in week 4 because we will have already beaten them in week 2.
Yeah, and it will have rained earlier, and they will have been eliminated by that point. So it's a good point. Good point you touch on there as well. Can we make the finals? Can we not make the finals? Shout out to depressed Tigers fan, friend of the show. This is tackle 3 now. he has published on his Instagram story, it might be gone by the time you listen to this, the West Tigers path to finals.
Ooh.
And he's crunched the numbers for us. He's done the hard work, which I like. I like when other people do the work and I can just kind of bring it to the table. So here's what he's gone with. So round 23, obviously we have a Moses Mbai. So we're sweet, 2 points in the bank. Roosters need to beat the Dolphins. Roosters looked fantastic last week. Dolphins now missing Herbie, for a little while. Raiders need to beat Manly. Manly looked terrible. It's in Canberra.
Raiders will bounce back after the loss to the Dragons.
That's right. Ricky won't let them lose two in a row.
So that's two.
No way.
That's two that we can lock in.
Yep. The next week, we head to the 12th wonder of the world, Allianz Stadium, where we already had a good win this year against the Roosters.
That's true.
We're hosting Manly there. We beat Manly there. I'm sorry. They're a rabble at the moment. That will be fresh off of Moses M as well. They'll be looking at a third consecutive loss after being smashed by the Raiders the week before as well. So I think we're positioned nicely there.
I'm with you.
You with me? The Broncos have got to beat the Dolphins. Again, Herbie out,
Yeah, once again.
Stags on fire yesterday. The Broncos starting to click a little bit. Then the Dogs.
The Dogs need to beat the Roosters.
Yeah.
Well, only concern there is that the Roosters, by that point, they're a top 8 side at that point, and Dogs don't do well against top 8 sides.
That's true.
That's my only concern there.
There's a big watch out, and better hope it doesn't rain that week as well. If it doesn't, Dogs, they can beat the Roosters, is what I'm saying. Like that's a possibility.
It's within the realm of possibility.
I wouldn't completely rule it out. Round 25, we beat the Cowboys. I think, I'm sorry, but the Cowboys, I don't know if you heard Brandy Alexander's comments yesterday saying that they are flat out the worst team in the comp at the moment, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree.
It's UL, University of Leichhardt.
UL, and we've done a job on them at UL in the past. They haven't got a great record there, the Cowboys. We should have smashed them earlier in the year as well up in North Queensland, but we got 2 sin bins. So, what do you do?
Where's your Queensland spirit now, Dearden?
Correct. That's exactly what will be getting said on the hill that evening. Then Manly have got to beat the Dolphins. That's a little bit of a concern. Hopefully the Dolphins do what the Dolphins have done every season they've been in the NRL, and the last 4 rounds of the season they just stop playing.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dolphins losing that we're relying on here.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Katoa has been one of the great halfbacks this season. That part concerns me a little bit.
No Herbie though.
No Herbie.
So,
Yep, okay. Yep.
Max Plath still out as well, so.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just looking for reasons here.
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully, that goes down as well. Then the Eels have got to beat the Roosters. Now, the Eels with Mitch Moses are a completely different prospect. They nearly knocked off Melbourne the other night. They probably could have beaten them, to be honest with you. They're probably the most improved team in the comp this year. Aside, the Raiders are the team that surprised most people, but I'd say the Eels are the ones that are on the most. You can see where they're going. Riles has got them humming. So that's round 25. 2 rounds to go. Now, this is a tough one. It's in Canberra. Tigers need to beat the Raiders. So that's
in Canberra.
In Canberra.
And we almost beat them at Campbelltown, which is almost Canberra.
It's on the way to Canberra.
It's the closest you get to Canberra without being in Canberra in the world of rugby league.
Pretty much. So, take from that what you will. The Storm need to beat the Roosters. I think they do that.
Easy done.
In Melbourne. Then we get to the final round. Tigers need to beat the Titans up at the Gold Coast. Easy. That'll happen. Warriors need to beat Manly.
Can happen.
Manly, no good. Raiders need to beat the Dolphins. Well,
easy.
As we've established, the Dolphins don't win another game this year. So if all that happens, thank you to the depressed Tigers fan, the West Tigers will scrape into the 8. So what do you reckon? Let us know in the comments.
I was hoping that we'd need less than that to scrape in. I thought we were more of a chance than that. But you made some very good points, and I'm converted.
You're on board?
I believe.
Yep. Well, shout out to depressed Tigers fan for going away crunching the numbers. Really appreciate that. Fingers crossed. That's how it pans out because, we're not greedy. We wanted top 16 this year. But if someone wants to give us top 8, we wouldn't say no to that either. So, and I did put $10 on them to win the comp at 1,000 to 1. 100 to 1, sorry.
100 to 1.
The other week. So, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
We can all split it. Me, you,
maybe.
Maddie, Mort, Tom Backfence Brown.
You guys can put your own bets
Reese Smith. The list goes on. Anyway.
I'll be walking away with about 50 cents from this if I split it with everyone you've just mentioned there. But anyway, that's tackle 3. So we're still a mathematical chance is what we love to hear at this time of year as Tigers fans.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love being a mathematical chance.
Yeah.
And are we now not a mathematical chance at all? Are we out of mathematical contention for the spoon?
I think mathematically we can still win.
We can still get it.
Over to you, depressed Tigers fan. If you want to crunch the numbers on how we can still win the spoon, the 4-peat, I don't want to say I'd love to see it, but I think it'd be engaging content. So
It would be.
yeah, but I don't want to do it myself because I think it'd be a bit too triggering for me given the last couple of years.
This is depressed Tigers fans' bread and butter. I'm
It is.
surprised he even made an
a positive
optimistic checklist. Like he should just be doing wooden spoon stuff.
Very glass half. Well, he usually does. So
Yeah.
this is a little bit of a reach or some experimentation from depressed Tigers fan, which we appreciate. But yeah, if he's going to do the spoon one, hey, we'll give it a read next week as well. See how we go. Tackle 4. Now this one we usually split up. We do the Reggies Wrap.
Yep.
And we do the NRLW Wrap. Now I thought, seeing as you were there on the ground,
Oh, absolutely.
I might give you a quick hit up here to give us the NRLW Wrap from the ground. We did touch on a minute ago. The wet weather probably cost us.
Yeah.
But you were there. Let us know what happened.
Well, okay, so we come up against the Roosters, reigning premiers, undefeated so far this season. So, the draw, not so kind to us.
Yep.
They've got weapons all over the field. The rain, maybe that also didn't help the Roosters either. But once they got on the board, they just kind of chugged along, not unlike a Sable. Chugga. Surgis and Isabel Kelly got over. Just they've got some absolute weapons. The
Yep.
Roosters are they've almost got the New South Wales team.
Yeah.
Just in that Roosters team. And the
Star-studded.
Broncos are basically Queensland. I just think NRLW needs to sort that salary cap out because
Yeah.
we tried our guts out. Emily Bass got over for our one try in the 18th minute. And at that point, the game was alive and it could have, there was actually a thunder delay,
Yeah.
a lightning delay. I think it was partway through the second half. There were multiple lightning delays across Magic Round.
Yeah.
And I know there was one in the Wallabies
There
Lions
was.
game as well. So it was all happening.
Yeah.
Maybe
Lightning
the
round.
thunder delay also cost us. There's a few things
Yeah.
that Tigers, obviously, clearly our women's side, we don't play well in the rain or the thunder.
Yeah.
I thought we were building towards an underdog win. The Roosters just too good. Just weapons all over the park. Surgis and Kelly both got doubles. Amber Hall was a gun off the bench for them. Barged her way over. So, it was a loss, a learn.
lesson.
Sorry, it was a lesson.
learn, yeah.
Sorry, it was a lesson.
Excuse you.
It was a lesson. It was probably an expected lesson going in.
Yep.
But first Magic Round.
Yep.
Get them next year.
Wet weather timetable. Final score?
So it was 34-4
Okay.
to
Yeah,
the
pretty
Roosters.
comprehensive.
Yes.
Learned that one.
Yes.
Hey, it was a similar story in the New South Wales Cup as well for the Maggies, unfortunately. Big game against the Raiders at Lidcombe Oval. Out of the 14th, one of the world. Magpies 18, defeated by Raiders 58. So a tough day at the office for the boys. Shout out to Kurt Falls, 3 from 3 off the tee. A bit of a silver lining there, which is good to see. A couple of first graders as well. Heath Mason got over for a try, so too did Tristan Hope.
Give me hope.
Your man. Give me hope.
Man.
So look, a couple of little green shoots there, but a pretty tough day at the office there. And, one that we probably needed to win although we have got a bye in hand. So we're, if you take the bye into account, we're actually sitting 9th at the moment.
I think we have the bye this week, just like our first grade side. So
Love that. Freshen up.
a well-earned Moses M.
A well-earned Moses M. Freshen up, get ready to go again. We're still a mathematical chance of finals in Cup as well, which have been because we'll last year.
The two words every Tigers and Magpies fan loves to hear.
That's right.
Mathematical chance.
Absolutely. So there's the Reggies Wrap. There's the NRLW Wrap for this week. That was tackle number 4. All right, now tackle number 5. Generally the most important tackle of a set. This one today calls for some prop comedy. Shout out to Carrot Top over in Vegas. Saw him earlier in the year. I've got the Armada aluminium foil today. I've got the tin foil hat, so I'm just going to whack that on there.
Oh, there you go.
Just to
the
stop.
pre-made hat.
Sorry, you might have experienced a bit of static there or some sort of random cut. That's because, just sort of interferes with the radio signals, the tinfoil hat. So that's all that will have been. Just to stop Volandis and Abdo from tracking my thoughts on this one. But I needed to call it out, tackle 5, refereeing conspiracy. We'll add the X-Files music in post. Thank you, Darren Lockyer. That'd be fantastic. One rule for Say-Barge, another rule for everybody else. In this instance, Critter.
Yeah.
We touched on it a little bit in your summary. It was brushed over as well.
Yes.
But the Say-Barge, look, got a little bit hot under the collar. The tackle before, threw a ball at the face of Max King. He shouldn't have mouthed off like that. Probably deserved that. The next tackle, a little bit over-aroused, and he did make contact with, I think it was Critter's head.
I think it might have. Yep.
Yeah.
Was it Critter?
I think it might have been. Doesn't matter whose head it was. Wasn't important. He made contact with the head.
Yeah.
And when I saw it on the screen, I was like, look, it's probably a sin bin if we're going to,
And I can live with that.
Yeah,
I can live with that. Direct contact to the head.
Yep.
A decent amount of force. I can live with Sabage getting sin binned in that instance.
Yeah.
But what I can't quite live with is Stephen Crichton basically does like the same thing, if not. And yes, was it Taruva? No, it was Taylor May. He's at a lower point. He's almost falls into it.
Yep.
But the force of Crichton, Taylor May gets deemed HIA, like can't come back on. We lose that man.
Yep.
So important to our team. And so often in the past, like a player has fallen into a tackle like that, copped it clean on the head.
Yep.
And I can guarantee, I'm sorry, but I can guarantee that if it had been if it was reversed, teams reversed,
100%.
we get sent. And it's just I'm not saying the referee's got this bias on purpose, but you look at Stephen Crichton, you go, he's the captain of the Bulldogs, they're in the top 4, he's a New South Wales player, he represents Samoa, like he's this icon to the game.
Yep.
And then they look at Sabage and they go, oh, he's just this big oaf who often gets penalised.
Yeah.
And it's like, just call it for what it is. Crichton should have gone. I think he knew he should have gone.
Yeah.
He looked at the ref. He looked nervous. He knew that he should have been off.
Yeah. Interesting you say that Sabage isn't an icon of the game. If you ask Tom Backfence Brown, I think he'd probably challenge you on that. But I see
in the referee's eyes.
In the referee's eyes. I see the point that you're making. But yeah, the way that we've clamped down on that all year, contact with the head, with the shoulder, had to be 10 in the bin. Now, yeah, there was maybe Talon slipped a little bit compared to the other one, which was there was no slip. But however, still contact with the head. So in the wash-up, sounds like Seyfarth is going to get 3 weeks with an early plea. Crichton, not even fined.
Nothing.
Diddly squat. So I'm sorry. I had to put the tinfoil hat on. But, this is the point. I mean, you forced me to do this, basically. It happens year in, year out. Tigers getting the rough end of the stick with the sin bins and particularly Seyfarth. Just had to make that point. I mean, what is Adam doing with the sin binning?
What's Adam doing?
Yeah. That's tackle 5.
There you go.
Sorry about that. I'll take this back off now.
Well, I'm glad you made that tackle 5 because it is the most important tackle of the set.
That's right.
And that was important. We had to put that out there. Tinfoil hat or not.
Yeah, we discussed the important issues here. Tackle 6, though, also a very important tackle in each set in rugby league. I've left it blank today. Left it as
I'm taking this one.
Mocky tackle. I'll just close that a little bit.
I'm running the ball on tackles. Yeah. Is that right? It's tackle 6. I'm almost going to have to hand over, but I'm running the ball.
Okay, you're running it. Nice.
So I'm going to taking you back to Newcastle, where I was at Magic Round.
Yep.
You know like the 50-50 lotteries that they have at the games where there's people going around. You donate to the cause of the day, and the amount of total donations goes up, and then at the end they draw one of the people that donated, and 50% of the prize goes to one of those people, and 50% goes to the charity. I think they're great. Yeah, terrific stuff.
Would have been a good weekend to possibly enter it with the crowd being.
It would have. Yeah, me and Harvey both had a crack. We're like, how good would this be? We could get this whole trip paid for and more.
Yep.
Didn't get the win, unfortunately, but but we sort of missed the bit where they showed on the big screen, and out of curiosity, we're like, let's see if we won. Let's check. Like, went onto the website, had a look. NRLW day 1, 50-50 lottery. Whose name the name I see before me? Troy Maguire. I don't know if there's another Troy Maguire out there, or if Troy Maguire of Raw Emotion, great songwriter fame, Taruva chant fame. I don't know if this is the same Troy Maguire, but he's a much more rich man, basically.
Wow!
Shout out to, is he a rural of famer?
He's not an immortal, no, not yet. But I
know he's not an immortal, but isn't there also like I don't know the different
roar of fame?
Is that a thing? Have you guys said that? For some reason in my head, I thought you guys had said that before.
Sounds like something we might have said, but let's run with it.
But he's a potential future immortal.
100%. He's making all the right noises.
Not that I'm making those calls because
all the right chants. No.
Gunning for one myself, but just we'll keep that. Keep that in house.
Hey, Concord Idol finalists. Learn for you.
Learn for you.
Easily the best production value of any song submitted. So we do appreciate that. But Troy Maguire, he actually did submit a Raw Emotion this week. So I feel like if it was him, he would have mentioned it, or he may not have been able to submit it because he was leaving Commbank at the time. So.
Okay. So if he was leaving Commbank and he wasn't in Newcastle, so it probably wasn't the same Troy Maguire.
Redraw.
Well, there you go. There's another Troy Maguire up in Newcastle that won the lottery.
Well, good on him. Love to hear from you as well, Troy Maguire, the winner of the lottery. Leave us a Raw Emotion. That's ROAR. Send us a DM to the Win or Draw DMs. But like it. So I like that nice little Kevin Bacon moment for the podcast. The 6 degrees of separation. Another Troy Maguire is out there. So
yeah,
fantastic.
How many Troy Maguires are out there? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a question we've been asking since the start of this podcast. So
we'll leave that one.
We won't rest until we
listeners.
find out. Yeah. All right, so that's the end of the set of 6. Probably a good time now. Elliot will kill me. I know he's away. If we don't take a quick, short ad break here.
Yeah, we got to pay Matty somehow. So.
We got to pay. Is that Matty? I thought it was Darren Locke. Whoever it is, we've got to pay him somehow. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, it's a top 05. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm once again taking it on.
Yep. So right after this, we're going to get to top 05. Wow. Some great ads there.
All of them, all just terrific. I might go purchase one thing from each of those services, products, or
campaigns,
podcasts.
Maybe
there's an ad for a podcast.
Hey, please do. That definitely helps support the show. All right, so it's a top 05. You know how it works. We don't count down. We count up from
Correct.
1 to 05. I have no idea what it is. It'll be something West Tigers themed, but Lachie Pringle, it is over to you for the top 05.
Okay, you touched on it, Hammy. So I guess my claim to fame within this podcast world, within the Win, Learn or Draw podcast world, is Concord Idol.
Yep.
I've been on the Raw Emotion hotline a few times, but I think my proudest work was Concord Idol submitting Learn for You.
Yep.
And it's still, obviously, I sing it to this day at every West Tigers game I attend, get the crowd singing along.
Piece.
Yeah, a lot of people out there who know the words and just love to sing along. But so on the theme of Concord Idol.
Yeah.
I thought for the top 05 this week, I would present the top 05 West Tigers players, past or present.
Yep.
Who have a great talent off the footy field.
Oh, nice.
Outside of the world of footy.
This is good. I like this. We've had a couple that have popped up over the journey.
Yes.
I won't list any in case they're in the top 05. I've made that mistake with Morty a few times before.
And for some of these guys, I've even got just a little bit of audio that I'll play of demonstrating their talent.
As Mort always says to me, audio makes great audio. So thanks for bringing some.
Okay. So number one.
Number 1. Yep.
Currently with us, one of our proud co-captains.
Yes.
Jerome
Yes.
Luai. A very talented singer.
Yes. And wedding speech giver.
Well, yeah. I'd say it goes footy, singing, wedding speech giving in that order. In that order.
Daylight.
In that raw order.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Now you're getting it.
Now we're getting it.
Yeah.
So here's just a little example of Romy's dulcet tones. This particular clip is from when he was back at the Panthers, and he's singing alongside Steve Crichton and Brian To'o here.
Yeah,
They harmonise beautifully.
The three of them are fantastic.
But they harmonise separately on the footy field now.
They do.
All three. So here we go. Here's them.
It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
So there you go. That's them doing a bit of Boys to Men.
Yep, like it.
Love that.
They're good, aren't they? It's nice seeing them harmonise, a couple of times a year in the Origin arena.
Yeah.
Because not only is he a great vocalist, in those kind of clips that we've seen, but obviously those three boys, I believe, penned the New South Wales victory song as well.
Right.
You talk a lot of shit with your mouth. That one, that lyrical masterpiece.
Yeah.
And I do feel, the three of them in unison really bring the best out of each other. Obviously, New South Wales won game 1 this year. Jerome wasn't there. I felt like the performance wasn't quite at the level that it was the year before. I think Jerome really, he's you're a music guy, like the dominant voice. What would you call that?
He's the melody and the other guys are the harmony.
Yeah.
Or he's the lead singer.
The lead.
backups.
That's right. They're the correct.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for. So, mate, a great induction. I like that at number 1. Jerome Luai. I'll take it.
Number 2, I don't have an example of his great work here.
That's okay.
But Braithen Astor, his talent presenting.
Yep.
He's certainly, I think, in his post-career, made a name for himself. I think he's done better on NRL 360 than he went in a Tigers jersey.
I think that'd be fair to say. I think he'd even admit that.
I think he'd admit that. I think he admits it most weeks on NRL 360. He's very proud of his Roosters and Bulldogs tenures. doesn't quite give the same love to his orange, white, and black stint,
which is a shame.
It is a shame. Anyway, he's really taken on this role of presenter very well. Sometimes you see him on NRL 360 and he's got 3 journos around him, but Anasta, the others look like the ex-footy players, and Anasta looks like the presenter, the journo.
Yeah, even. Yeah. Polished.
He's polished. He's got that silver fox look now. He's got everything down pat. Like, it just feels like he's in control of the ship.
Yep.
He manages the guys' egos and stuff very well. Having played the game himself, he can match it with them, and he knows how to run the ship there. So
he's good.
I'm a fan of his work.
Very similar to when he was in his pomp as a player. He can organise and get the team around the park, but he can also play a bit of ad-lib stuff as well. He's actually quite funny, I find, when he puts a few of the guys back in their place. Great shout. Happy to have him in the top 05. He's also, beyond presenting, player manager as well.
That's right.
Munster, Lachie Ilias. The list goes on. But he's got a few strings to his bow, Braith, so I'm happy with that one.
There you go. Yep. Okay. Number 3, Terry Hill.
Yes, the late great Terry Hill.
Yeah, the late great Terry Hill, exactly. A foundation player for us, West Tiger number 4.
Yep.
And his talent is comedy, or was comedy.
Yes.
Obviously on the footy show, he was a regular side character.
Yep.
They often got him to go and interview celebrities when they were in town, which was quite funny. Bring back the footy show in general, but particularly that era of the footy show, just gold. I've got a little clip of him. They sent him to go interview Charlie Sheen just as he'd arrived in Australia.
Yep.
This is some audio of that. Oh, hang on. Here we go.
Charlie Sheen. Hi, man. How are you? I'm going all right. That's a long way to come for a hamburger. But it's a really good hamburger, so what are you going to do? Mate, they tell me you were spotted at Hungry Jack's earlier in the night. No, it's not true. I hope not. Do you think Batty Border can come back from the Origin loss in the first game? Do I think what? The Origin team can come back from their first loss against Queen. Well, if they really believe in themselves, absolutely they can. They got to dig a little deeper. I don't know what you're talking about, but it makes sense. One more quick thing, mate. The big man Steve Blocker Rhodes dressing up in drag. What do you think about that? I don't know. Power to the people, Thank you very much.
So good.
Yep. Bring back that era.
That's just that iconic, nice, big, strong lisp that he had, so lovable.
Yeah.
I loved him in the Lowe's ads as well.
Yeah, the Lowe's ads. I went through a few of Terry Hill's best bits on YouTube. I could have landed on any of them to play. I just thought that was just particularly funny.
So
Charlie
good.
Sheen had no idea.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
Just the best.
Hungry Jack's chat was a bit rogue, but they would have been happy with the plug, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, number 4. Ready for number 4?
We're getting to the pointy end now.
We are. Another foundation player for the West Tigers. In fact, West Tiger number 1. Joel Sugar Kane.
Yes.
His talent. I mean, he's got a few talents. Great presenter. He does the radio obviously now. Great stuff with Sportsbet as well. But I really liked when he was doing commentary. He did a bit of a stint at Fox Sports. He was doing stuff at 2GB, I think, back in the Bit
of a stint at 9 as well.
9. Maybe it was that instead of one of the other ones I said. But he's had a few stints in different places. And I think he's a really great commentator. He's got a great voice for it.
He does.
I don't have a particular example to play here, but I rated him as a commentator. I think that someone should get him doing that again.
Yeah, mate, I completely agree. Still doing the damn thing, I think, with SEN. Does a couple of calls with those guys.
Okay, so he does do the calls.
Does it really well. But I'm with you.
Sorry, I just only listen to Triple M calls.
No. Hey, company man. I respect it. But he's a very good call. Very good turn of phrase. He's like an encyclopedia, the way that he has the recall and knows all the players and all that sort of stuff as well. Yarns out the wazoo. He's a great speaker. Also a very good. He does a little segment on Get Him On Side called Coach's Corner. And in fact, Dan Ganana said a few times, like, have you thought about being a coach? He's actually, because I know he coaches his sons and his daughters play, a lot of touch footy and junior rep footy. He's great at setting plays and like analysing play, a bit like Sterler, like freeze it there.
Yes.
He's really good at the X's and O's stuff. So, mate, he's a gun caller, and I'm with you. He should be doing more of it in bigger and better spots for sure.
I agree.
I completely agree. Number 4.
Okay.
Time for 05. It's been a stacked list so far.
I know. These are some talented guys. Get a talent show going, and they'd all do very well.
Concord Idol, get them on next
Concord Idol.
Yeah.
But for 05, it had to be, and there's a lot of honourable mentions which I'll list off after this because we've had a lot of talented players come through our club. But for me, And once again, as you said, I'm a company man, so maybe there's a bit of loyalty here.
Yep.
05, it's Bo Ryan.
Yes. Why you say Aaron Woods?
Well, he's an honourable mention,
Yeah.
as you'll hear. Bo Ryan, he's done a bit of everything.
Yep.
He's presented TV shows. While he was at the Tigers, he was a regular on the Footy Show. Bo knows. He he continued on the Footy Show after his tenure at the Tigers.
Yes.
He does radio now at Triple M on the Brekkie Show. He released a song as DJ Yella.
Yep.
With
Where You From?
Where You From?
With Justice Crew.
With
wasn't it?
Justice
Who
Crew.
performed yesterday in the rain.
There you go.
At the 10th.
But one of my favourite things that he did was on the Footy Show, and he still does a little bit now on Triple M, is impressions of particular people. And a bit of a crossover here. One of my favourite of his impressions is his Benji Marshall.
Oh, yes.
So this was him on Triple M Brekkie just the other week. I think we'd come off, maybe it was a month or so ago, but we'd come off a loss. So they're chatting to Benji on the phone.
Like it.
Oh, why does this keep happening? Hang on. Get your sound ready before you play it. Here we go.
What went horribly wrong last weekend?
Bro, we did way too much weights and not enough speed work. But this week against the Rabbits, bro, we're going to do so much more speed work and not so much weights. Gonna hold on to the ball for a full set of sucks and try and shut down the chop and chase.
You've recruited well for the Tigers this year. What sort of players are you looking to sign next year?
Basically not anyone managed by Isaac Moose. Each time we develop someone and make them a mad player, bro, he makes them leave for less money.
What went horribly
There you go. It's a bit of a crossover there.
Yes.
Bo being Benji, a couple of West Tigers greats.
Yep.
He takes 05. But I will just quickly rattle off some honourable mentions.
Please do.
Who could have made the list.
Please do.
Benji himself is a talented guitarist.
Yeah.
Woodsy.
He won Celebrity Apprentice as well.
That's
Let's not
true.
forget.
That's true. I forgot about that. Woodsy on the radio. He's good at grabbing a headline.
Yep.
We saw over the Origin
Loves
period.
big nudist at the beach.
Big
as well.
nudist. He's a very talented.
Well, not
nudist.
big, but he's no nudist at the beach.
Dean Hallertau is a talented singer. I remember
Yes.
him and Benji back in the day on the Footy Show did like a little song. Benji
Yeah,
played
yeah.
guitar and Dean sang.
And they combine so beautifully out on the field as well.
You guys have mentioned on the pod before, Carl Lovett's a talented film director.
Of course.
Keith Galloway, a talented
an
actor
Yeah.
in one of his films. And James Tedesco, a very talented gymnast back in 2014
Really?
when he backflipped on the Raiders.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Perfect
Yeah.
dismount, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, for a bit, and then he
For a little bit.
did a front flip over to the chooks. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Mate, great list. Like that. Very good. Some great, what a strong list of, haven't some of our players gone on to do great things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If there's anyone we forgot, or anyone Lachie forgot, more to the point, let us know in the comments. Who else has kind of kicked on to bigger and better things? But I love that, mate. That was very good.
Thank you very much.
Good hustle. We'll take another quick break. On the other side of it, raw emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Spelled ROAR. All right, welcome back. We're going to get through the raw emotions now. Now, if you're new to the show, raw emotion, it's spelled ROAR. It's the noise a tiger makes. You're getting that.
Right.
Have I made that
Is
clear?
Is that why?
Over the course of the show, a lot of people,
Oh.
I get messages, people kind of say it's a bit confusing. Why do you spell it like that? But
It's just clicked in my head.
Yep.
It's just clicked in my head.
Yep.
So hopefully that's a similar point for everyone else.
yeah, it only took you to come into the studio for the pen
Yeah.
to drop. The way to send them in, just hit us up on the Win, Learn or Draw Instagram page. Send us a DM, and once we accept you, you can just hit that microphone button, get them in. But we love these. They're my favourite part of the week. We had so many this week, as you'd expect, off the back of a fair to say, probably an unexpected win. So we'll get to as many as we can. We won't be able to get to all of them, but we're going to kick off first and foremost with John Weeks, who was he had some interesting thoughts on the win on the weekend.
John Weeks.
Fellas, I've had sex before, and this was better. This was better than having sex. This was better than getting flogged all the time. Jesus Christ, everything's erect. Fantastic.
Hey,
Oh, that's it. Wow.
I hear you, brother.
Hey, I've also had sex before, and that was better.
Yeah, it was.
It was better.
I'm
And,
with you.
and to Weeksy's point,
Yep.
also better than getting flogged every week.
Yeah,
So
spot on. I
Two
think.
from two.
I just think I had to start with Weeksy this week because I think he just summed up the emotion, the raw emotion of a lot of fans this week.
that was
So,
great. Has Weeksy featured before? Is that
No,
a
on
debut?
debut. That's a strong-
wow. That's
Almost
a strong,
as strong as your debut today. That was good from Weeksy. Hopefully we hear plenty more from
proud
him.
to share a debut with Weeksy.
That's right. All right, we're going to go to Pooper now, who we have heard on the show a couple
I
of
love
times
Pooper.
before. Pooper's great because he sometimes involves a bit of multimedia. That's the case in this one as well. He did reach out early in the day in the form of a fully caps locked message, which just said "re-sign Adam now." That was at 2:40, so half time of the game. Very hard to argue with him. But here's his voice note from 3:55 yesterday.
No one did, because Adam Dewey kept him in the fucking kennel. Go the Tigers. Race on Adam Dewey.
Wow, that's short and sweet. That's to the point.
Yep.
To the point. Immediately hits us with a bit of music, which obviously I'm a fan of.
Yep.
I like, it's a bit of Concord Idol about it. And then he comes in, gets the message in, calls on the club to re-sign Adam Dewey and gets out. Just clean, to the point. I love it.
Yeah, that was good. Good stuff, Pooper. Good to hear from you, mate. And well summed up. I liked it.
Beautiful.
Jaden Taylor, friend of the show, who we're looking forward to catching up with Jaden Taylor in a couple of weeks to give him his hat, which he's paid for.
Any relation to Elijah?
I would have to assume so.
Yeah.
I think.
Jason, any relation to Jason?
Probably not, but hey, we'll find out. I think
Okay.
it's at the when we play the Titans at Leichhardt, we're going to catch up with Jaden. So, or just leave us a raw emotion next week in the bye week. We'll be really scraping the barrel for content next week. So, if you want to let us know if you're related to either of those guys, that'd be fantastic. But here's his thoughts on the game on the weekend.
Oh, professors. Sounds like a bit of influenza. How good are the West Tigers? Let's bloody go. Adam Dewey, you little ripper. How good is that? Lachlan Galvin, who are you? Woo-hoo! Top 8, here we come. Raw.
Nice finish at the end there. I think he was looking for a way to finish it, but a raw is a nice easy get out of jail card there.
Jaden Taylor channeling his inner Tom Backfence Brown with the "Let's bloody go."
Yep.
But yeah, once again, just it's how good's raw emotion after a win. Like, I feel like you don't have to get too creative. You just let your feeling pour out.
Open your mouth and just let it go.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Shout out to Ryan Douglas. I won't play his. He had basically the same gag about having winfluenza, but great minds, Ryan Douglas and Jaden Taylor there. So good on you. You spoke about Backfence Brown a minute ago. He sent us a couple of voice notes.
Of course.
As is become a custom to.
Yeah, it has. He does sort of in the moment, then he does the next day, doesn't he?
Well, these were one after the other. These were yesterday afternoon in a pokies lounge, and he sounded like he was. If you can hear some of the sound effects in the background, he was really riding his luck there. So over to you, Backfence.
Hey, Hammy. Hey, Morty.
Lachie.
Yeah, come on.
Brown here. Just currently sitting in the pokies of the Cleadsville RSL because I'm feeling lucky, I must say. After that one, feeling pretty fucking good. That's 2 wins for the Tigers this week. I mean, rest in peace, Jimmy Hooper. Sorry, Hammy, I know he's a colleague of yours at Fox. But God, it'll be good to not hear the Tigers get absolutely rinsed by him every time.
That feature.
It's all happening.
Comes on. Jesus, that was beautiful. I mean, from winger to winger, from lock to hooker to the bench, some pretty good stuff. I mean, the Say-Barge, the boys will back me up here, but I called it. I said there will be a sin bin of the Say-Barge this week. And can I say, that is the weakest sin bin I've seen from him in his whole career. That is bullshit.
He loves him.
But God, you're going to love to see the big red going. He was fiery, like that hair. How good. 2040. Let's bloody go. Get on the Say-Barge, all aboard. Chugga, chugga. Love that shit. Love you, boys.
Oh, wait. He's clearly slightly distracted.
He's extremely distracted, isn't he?
Hopefully he was getting as lucky as Newcastle Troy Maguire did over the weekend.
Yeah. Well, more on that right now.
Oh,
3 minutes later.
Just as a follow-up, just won $98 from the free spins of what's the game called? Are we Happy and Prosperous or whatever it's called? Oh, and I've just got a feature. It's a lucky day, boys. Good. feeling good.
Oh, good on you, back friends. I don't think the feature went that well because we didn't hear from him again.
No, that's the slowest I've heard him talk. So he either, he lubricated himself nicely.
Yep.
Throughout the game, or he was just clearly very distracted by the feature.
A little from column A, a little from column B, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon.
Good on you, back friends. Always good to hear from you. A couple more to go here. I'm going to go to Josh Farrell.
Josh Farrell.
If I can get this one up. Here we go. Yes, he had one yesterday. 4:03 p.m. straight after the game.
Oh, good timing.
Hey lads, attempting to make my raw emotion debut here because I think I finally get it. ROAR, the sound a tiger makes. Let me keep it short and concise here, boys. I thought a few weeks ago the game was stopped by lightning, but no one could stop the lightning strike that hit Commbank this afternoon.
That's good.
Adam Dewey said, boys, get on my back. Let me do the heavy lifting. Top 16's a lock, we know this, but dare I say top 14, here we come.
Wow. Hey.
Top 14, dare to dream.
He skipped top 15 altogether. Josh Farrell clearly getting a little bit carried away on his raw emotion debut, but that's fine. Welcome aboard. I thought he had some good moments in there, some good, nice touches there in his first hit out on raw emotion.
Based on the confidence at getting more than even just top 16, I dare. Is that depressed Tigers fan? Like, is that the actual depressed Tigers fan?
No, because he did send one as well.
Okay,
which we won't get time to get to today. But no,
I thought that was the Peter Parker to depressed Tigers fan Spider-Man.
Actually, you know what? Could well be. But yes, good to hear from him. Good to hear from you, Josh. Welcome to the show. Hopefully we hear plenty more from you in the weeks to come. I'm going to head over to California now and to the usual co-host of the show, Morty.
Oh, yes.
He flicked one through this morning. He's in good form over there, so let's hear from him right now.
Hammy, Lachie Pringle, hope you're keeping that seat nice and warm, mate. Boys, what a result. I still pinching myself. I can't believe we've got the Galvin Bowl in our hands. What a great result. I'm sitting here in sunny California in the middle of summer, cocktail in hand, sitting by the pool, sunglasses on, and I am deeply regretting not being at a rainy Commbank School of Arts, watching the Tigers absolutely rip the Dogs to shreds. It's honestly would have been on my bucket list to see that happen, so absolutely gutted. Such a good win though, because even the Dogs this week, they put up a photo of Galvin with Eye the Tiger over the top of it. They put up a paws out, so they actually crossed out claws out and put paws out.
Cringe.
They were at us all week. And they went in way too confident. Came out the other end as pathetic losers.
Yeah, they did.
That pumpkin pie haircutted freak got taught a valuable lesson on how not to dog the boys.
Yep.
Very stoked with the result. Pretty much, and I don't want to say it, but I'm going to, an absolute lock for top 16.
He's called it.
Tell Backfence Brown to lather up his lower back because he's about to get a big Sabarge tramp stamp on the back. Also, maybe the less said about the Sabarge, the better at the moment, but nonetheless, tell him to get it ready. It's top 16. Here we come, boys. Go to Tigers.
Yeah, good on him.
Channeling Reece Smith there at the end.
Yes.
Chugga, chugga, chugga.
Sounding nice and relaxed over there, which we love as well. Good on you, mate. We did miss you on the weekend though, but good, lovely to hear from you, and good to hear it's all going well over there.
If Mort's jealous that he was in sunny, what is it, California, and not there, I was in rainy Newcastle and also not at the game. So I think I've pipped you there for places that I would rather be.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking forward to having you guys both at the next game at the 12th Wonder Allianz in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
I think we'll all be back together then, which will be nice. All right, let's get over to the first Imrortal, Reece Smith. And we actually heard from the Imrortal, the First Lady this week as well, Hannah Smith. She got in touch with us as well with a couple of behind-the-scenes raw emotions from Reece. So we're going to go with Reece first, and then she's got a bit of a compilation which she took unbeknownst to Reece during the course of the game. So over to Reece first.
Feels good being on top. Anyway, just really happy on a Monday. Reading a lot of comments though from those Bulldog supporters
those pretend ones that only come out this year that they're winning. It was a robbery, apparently. The rain makes it a robbery. And forward passes. Mate, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. I literally rang Triple O yesterday after Stephen Crichton hit Batman. That was a criminal offence. He should be doing 10 to 5 or 5 to 10. It was like the Joker was out there with kryptonite in his shoulder pads trying to take Batman's head off. That was illegal. Somebody call Kevin Rudd. Lock him up now.
Kevin Rudd.
That was ridiculous.
US ambassador.
Oh. Anyway, that guy that left our team mid-year, that Benji, I think Benji kicked him out, by the way, now. I think he saw the future. Bit of a hypnotist, Mr. Marshall himself. But, mate, I thought Lachie Gilvin was wearing number 7. Looked like Casper the Ghost was out there for the Bulldogs yesterday. The man had 2 runs. Someone had a bit of poo-poo in his diaper yesterday. Didn't want to run the ball up against the Tigers. He was about as useful as a rock wall on the M1 highway yesterday. His football IQ in the wet weather football was about as high as a witch's cone on the side of the road. You don't have what it takes to be a Tiger! Top 8 forever! Bulldogs never!
I'll tell you what. I mean, I've always been a big fan of Reece Smith's work on this podcast, but a Reece Smith Raw Emotion live, that hits different.
It does, doesn't it?
Straight from Hammy's phone into my ears.
Which needs to be charged soon. This is as raw as it comes. Now, there is, he's double dipped, he's gone again. So he did follow up with some more salient points that he observed over the weekend.
Also, real quick one too, just a quick shout out to all the podcasters, NRL podcasters. There was a lot of spanking chat going around. That's that IQ I was talking about, boys. IQ of a lamppost type of stuff without a bulb in it. Football Brain Immortal knew it was 13 plus on the Tigers at $10, by the way. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Cooper Cronk and the Fox KO commentary team. So demoralising to the Tigers. Dewey kicked the goal. Oh, Dewey. That's his first one for the day. He's kicking it very terrible lately. We're doing something good. I just think the Dogs are dominant here at the moment. I really think they're really dominant at the moment. One mistake from the Tigers that we know they've got in them, and the Doggies should come back really strong. At half-time, they were like, oh, mate, the 24-0's not big enough for the Tigers. I think they're going to come back strong with the wind in their back and the sails in their backs. You don't know shit. Be fair to the Tigers. Give us a fucking fair crack.
Oh, God.
Champagne Reece Smith.
Plenty going on there.
Wow.
Yeah, good. Always good to hear from him. And some good points. Give us a crack. Give us a fair crack. When we're up and about, just get on board. Don't stop trying to tear us down. It's lazy.
It is. It's lazy.
It's lazy, easy clicks.
When Tigers are going well, rugby league is going well.
Thank you.
And they need to realise that. They need to realise that.
They do.
Some of these pundits.
They really do. We heard from, I said Hannah Smith before. I'll probably jump the gun there. Hannah Curtis. It is his Reece Smith's girlfriend.
Right. You put her down as his betrothed.
That's right. Yeah, I don't want to jump the gun or put words in anyone's mouth. But it's Hannah Curtis. She reached out to us. She had a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. We'll see. Hopefully it comes through clear enough. But he certainly sounds like he gets pretty animated when the game is in full flight.
I'd imagine.
Hey guys, it's Eaton Rottel's girlfriend here. Race was in classic form yesterday, so I thought you'd enjoy some mid-match raw emotion from the man himself. He didn't know I was filming, so hopefully he finds this funny.
It's like watching Andrew Johns play footy.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's like to see an Emeraldal in action.
Yeah.
But to hear an Emeraldal in action. But
yeah,
paint a picture.
Yeah. I would love if Hannah can help us out. And look, if Reece comes with it. Just maybe some video footage of him next week, just 2 or 3 little clips of him going nuts at the TV. That would be, it's a buy, so he's probably not going to go nuts at the TV next week. But the following week, would love to get a bit of that fly on the wall of the Immortal, how he goes about his business.
Yeah,
just gives a little peek behind the curtain. But thanks for reaching out. I got to say, to interact with the First Lady, it was a big moment for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for reaching out.
It's amazing to hear the words of the First Lady.
Yep.
She sounds like a lovely girl. I think
Pommy as well.
I know a Pommy. That's the bit that go Reece.
Yeah.
He's gone global.
That's right. He's gone global. About time. All right. That is Raw Emotion. As we said, love to hear from you. Get them in. Just send us a voice note to our Instagram DMs. That's the way to do that. A lot of good ones this week. We actually had a Reece Smith impersonator. I just thought we might be running a little bit long today. Dan, liked your work. Can you give us another one next week? In fact, we might even just play the one that you sent this week, next week, because wasn't bad. Kind of got into the intonations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm definitely going to play that one next week. Bit of a hook and a tease. Stick around for Dan's Reece Fainu impersonation. So yes, hopefully we'll hear a bit more. We'd love to hear what you're up to during the bye week as well. But we've got the Moses M bye at this weekend. Great timing for us. Taylor May won't miss any games, which is good.
Yes,
I
hadn't thought about that.
Concussion. So I mean, that's probably come at a good time for us. But we have a little segment here. Crystal Ball, the win, learn or draw crystal ball. What are your predictions for Moses M bye week? What are you going to get up to? What are you going to do with your time off?
What am I going to do with my time off?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to. I'm meant to be playing a little bit of paddle. You know the sport paddle?
I'm familiar with the sport paddle.
I've played it once before and I'm playing it again.
Nice.
So looking forward to playing a bit of paddle.
Yep.
Without the fear of having my day ruined by a lesson. Not that was going to happen anyway.
No, that wouldn't have happened. We've got a buy in the Reggies as well. So there'll be no Maggies to watch this weekend. I'm just having a quick look here. The girls have got a buy as well. So across the board.
Moses M's everywhere.
Put the feet up, enjoy, go back and rewatch the action from yesterday. Take a little trip down memory lane, maybe a bit of 05 action as well.
What are you up to on the weekend, Hammy? Do you have any crystal ball predictions?
Yeah, well, I'm half a chance to actually go down to Canberra, which is where I'm from, for the first time in a while, and maybe go and watch, hopefully Manly lose on the Friday night at Canberra Stadium, because that will obviously be a big part of our path to the top 8,
yes,
as per the depressed Tigers fans. So that's on the cards. But apart from that, mate, just refreshing, because we've got a big month of football coming up, a lot of mathematical possibilities, a lot of scenarios to wrap my head around. Just making sure I'm nice and fresh for that run home for the rest of the season.
There you go.
But that's about it, mate. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate that.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yep.
Thanks, Hammy. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Morty, for allowing this great seat to be filled by little old me.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and we're obviously just give it as much of your stuff a plug as you possibly can. Obviously, Playing and Simple, where can people find that?
Playing and Simple, just at Playing and Simple on Instagram and TikTok, and then obviously on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, Playing and Simple. We're kind of an all sports podcast.
Yep.
Obviously, I bring my Tigers perspective to things. You won't hear the Tigers bagged on that potty.
Yep.
Harvey, my co-host, is a Manly fan. We'll forgive him for that. But it always does make for good banter at Brookvale or Leichhardt. We're a big hill people, our podcast.
Hill folk.
But we also talk all sports. We've done a lot of Lions, Wallabies gear. We do a bit of soccer. We go around the world. But rugby league is our bread and butter. Obviously, Triple M, Lou and Jarch.
Yes.
2 o'clock nationally on Triple M. And that I play a little role there. And then the Rush Hour is obviously a great show that I work on as well. So, few things there. There you go. If you liked my work on Concord Idol,
yes,
my band that has been on hiatus for a little bit but is actually about to release a song.
Oh, right.
Buffalo Paradise.
Nice.
Give us a follow. Give us a listen.
A
Buffalo
non-Tiger
Paradise.
themed one, so it won't be part of Concord Idol, but we're worth checking out nonetheless.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not Learn For You. That's not the single that's coming out.
Yeah. When you go and play this song, at various venues, will Learn For You be on the set list?
I'll tell you what. I'll pitch it to the guys.
Yeah.
It might be a bit too niche
I
for the
reckon they'll be
crowd.
on board.
If you, Mort, Reece Smith, Tom Backfence, Troy Maguire, Matty, if you guys are all there, then we'll definitely play it.
Consider it
but
done.
if one of you isn't, it won't get a run. So that's You've heard it here first.
Yeah, balls in your court, boys. Hopefully we'll see you down there, mate. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed that. I'm sure we'll have you on the show again at some point. But in the meantime, top 16.
Oh, it's a lock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we come. Let's
just
go.
like it's an Adam Dewey. Well, actually, it's a Sione Finu.
Yeah.
He was starting at lock on
He
the
did play
weekend.
lock.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's all of those.
Makes you think, doesn't it? On that note, see you next week.